Warning, warning! As a medical doctor, I must inform you that there are side effects to this coaching session. Beware. It may enhance your self-esteem, cause you to experience vibrant health, encounter long-term weight loss, heal damaged relationships. Warning, there are side effects to this coaching session. It may increase your enthusiasm for life and bring about hope. It may cause you to have productive and optimistic thinking. It could even help you not allow messed up people to ruin the rest of your life and help you realize the masterpiece that you are and empower you to be the boss of your brain. Warning, these side effects may be long-term. This is Dr. Isabel from Doctoronamission.com.
Hi, hello, how you doing? Yeah, we're at the beach, can't you tell? Of course. Well, okay, now I know we're not supposed to be at the beach. It's New Zealand, level 4 lockdown time, and we're not supposed to be at the beach. Don't tell, no. This is as close as we could get right now, only because, yeah, we can't be there, and the beach happens to be our happy place, and we wanted to get there. So, hey, we're bringing the beach to you and to us, really. I think we've done it for us and for them, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's pretend, okay?
Yeah.
All right.
So what do you think we're going to talk about today?
Well, I thought we could talk about how to be an awesome bubble buddy in a pandemic.
Yeah.
Or in any difficult situation.
Yeah. So in this episode, let's talk about how to be a bubble buddy in the pandemic or any kind of wild and crazy situation that happens in your life.
Yes.
Now, we probably need to explain a little bit for everyone outside of New Zealand what the bubble buddy or what a bubble is, because not everybody uses the bubble term.
Okay. Well, I'll do it, okay?
You go ahead and explain what is that?
Because
bubble
I'm
thing?
the bubble boss today.
Well, I'm sitting here in the sand at the beach, the waves are lapping.
Okay, let's get comfortable now.
Yes,
all right.
Good.
So what's a bubble buddy? Well, here in New Zealand, we're in lockdown level 4, which means you need to stay at home. The only time you're allowed to go out is, of course, to get your hair colored and cut. And no.
What?
Actually, the only person that's going to be doing that is Michael. Did you know that? You're going to be doing that this weekend.
I've heard that. That should be rather exciting for you.
And for everybody else who gets to see what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Anyway, Mike's going to become a beautician this weekend. But anyway.
Very scary.
You can do it.
I've got lots of knives.
Scissors, honey.
Scissors.
Yeah.
Okay.
A bubble buddy. Well, you're in a bubble in your home. You're supposed to stay at home, and you can go for a walk or a run or a bike ride around the block, or just stay close. You're not allowed to get into the car, and then you can go to emergency services, like if you've got to go to the doctor, or if you've got to go get food. But essentially, that's about it.
Stay local
and you're
stay
supposed,
at home.
Yeah, and you're supposed to stay in your bubble, and your bubble is the people that you're living with. So Michael and I have been in our bubble now for how long, babe?
It's a few weeks.
Yeah, a few weeks. We're still alive.
And so we want to talk about being bubble buddies and respecting your bubble. And also, because this won't be the only time this happens to any of us in our lives. I mean, there'll be situations where we might just have to be all together for whatever reason, and we're close quarters and we have to respect those close quarters and that. So having said that word, what do you think about the word respect?
R-E-S-P-E-C-T. That's what it means to me. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Yeah. Gimme.
Are you a singer or a doctor?
I'm a doctor singer.
Oh, wow. I wouldn't know. Oh, a doctor singer or singer doctor.
So that's what that word means to me.
So respect there, bubble buddy. Go ahead.
What does respect mean to you, honey?
Oh, to me? Understanding the fact that it's only natural as us human beings when we're in close quarters for as one of our daughters, the term would be grinding each other's gears.
We won't tell you who
yeah,
that was.
but when you're in close quarters, things happen, and you might say the wrong thing. It could go the wrong way. This is and that's, and it's just respecting everybody's feelings and understanding that everybody's got the pressure going on. It's not just you as an individual, but everybody's got the pressures going on. Everybody's feeling kind of strange and weird and out of sorts and just not, being able to do what they would normally do. So it's just respecting that it's not just me, but it's you or whoever's in your bubble, and giving that person the respect to know that, okay, all right, wow, that was pretty harsh, but it happens. And then also, I think, to me, the biggie with that is then when you do make a mistake, just come back and admit it and say, hey, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
circle
didn't
back.
yeah.
Circle back and say, I'm recorrecting, forgive me. It's okay to say I'm sorry. It's actually very manly and very womanly and very beautiful to be able to say I am sorry and mean it too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've said a lot of sorries, haven't I?
Well, we both have. Which is good. Because then there's a makeup.
Yeah. I just have to say, so, because the pandemic that we're in right now, COVID-19, we get a lot of deliveries. Like our food comes in delivery and in plastic and in boxes and cardboard boxes. And so poor Michael, like I am a trained medical doctor. I've been in the medical profession for a long time. And so I just assume everybody knows what's contaminated and what's not contaminated. So poor Michael, he went out, and this is just, I'm sharing this with you just to let you know how I had to circle back about 2 hours later and say sorry. So Michael gets the delivery of, what was it? It was vegetables?
Well, before you say this, in your defense,
Yeah.
he had just done it was either a podcast or a video or social media live or something on how the virus can stay on cardboard up to 24 hours or something.
I think the cardboard's 24 hours. I can't remember off the top of my head. And the plastic's up to 3 days.
Right. And so box came to the front door. That was cardboard.
And we had gloves and masks ready.
Yeah. And so I just heard that. So in Isabel's defense, well, I might have heard it, but it didn't quite go in.
It takes 7 times to hear something for it to land and take root. So just so you know that.
So go ahead.
So anyway.
I helped you out on that.
I said, babe, do you want to go get the vegetables out of the box? And he's like, yeah. And I go, okay, remember, you're going to remember the gloves, right? And he goes, yeah. So anyway, he did really good. He went out, he brought the plate, he was going to put the vegetables onto the plate and stuff. Well, he's got both gloves up, and he's and
want to play?
and RESPECT.
I know.
Okay. So anyway, he had both gloves on, and he had cut the box open, and essentially with his dirty gloves, that had touched the cardboard, he was going into the vegetables. And I was like, what are you doing? You need one dirty hand, one clean hand. Take one glove off and make it clean. I don't know what. I went back into my first year medical training. I felt like I was back in the hospital being spoken to, and that ugly attending was coming out of me, and he started shaking, the poor guy.
Like, ah!
and our neighbors were outside, and they could see that we had just gotten delivered, and they were like, wow, what are you getting? But when they saw that I was like reprimanding my poor beautiful husband,
they all ran.
Yeah.
They disappeared.
They went. Anyway, Michael, I go, babe. Okay, so one hand's clean, take off the glove, and that's a clean hand. The bottom line is, I just was like, okay, he's got it, I don't have to say anymore. It took me 2 hours before my brain went ping. You hurt him, and you assume that. And so I had to go back and say, I'm sorry. And you forgave me.
I did, of course. And as a chef, I know that too, because when you're breading things, you're doing like, let's say, an egg wash and flour and breading and all that type of stuff. You always have one hand dry, one hand wet, because if you have both hands wet, then it becomes a mess and all messed up. So there's always one wet, one dry, one clean, one, I don't want to use the word contaminate because it's not contaminated, but it's that same type of thing, you know, and with that.
Yeah.
But then I just didn't put it together. And of course I was like, oh, look at these great veggies. Boom. Like, okay. Yeah, I did one. But anyway.
But you get an A+ now because you're doing amazing.
I'm better. I did learn. I did learn.
I know.
Thank you for that.
I'll
Yeah.
be gentler.
So bubble buddy, yes.
Bubble buddy.
Respecting your bubble buddy, respecting the fact that it's messy for everybody, you know, especially when you can't do what you normally do, and we all kind
Like
of
go to the beach.
yeah, like
Like
go to the
really
beach,
go to the
yeah,
beach.
and we just all get thrown out of our routine, and so biggest thing is it's not just now for the rest of your life, because there will be times when maybe something happens that you're stuck somewhere in a confined place with someone, you know, maybe it's an aunt or an uncle, or maybe your mom or your dad or your brother, your sister, might not just be your spouse or your partner, but, you know, you're stuck with somebody for a long period of time, and it's understanding how to respect that bubble buddy that you may have at the time.
And be gentle to them.
Be gentle.
And to yourself, because you're doing the best you can. You're all trying to do the best you can.
Yeah. So that's it for today.
Yeah, that's it. And I just want to show you we're still in love. Look, watch this.
Oh,
Mwah!
but you're not supposed to do that.
I know, but just so you know,
Oh.
We're still good bubble buddies.
Oh, we're good bubble buddies.
Yeah.
Can you do that at the beach?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
At the beach.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
See you again.